check 1, 2. Test, test, test. John. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, didn't want to do that. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Test, test, test. Well, if they thought the game started at 4 o'clock, they still, by their watch, they still have 20 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
KACA.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
KACH.
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. As we welcome you into another exciting day of Preston Indians baseball, as we welcome you once again out here to Tony Hansen Field here this afternoon, as today the Indians will play host to the Shelley Russets. Well, I'm Dan Hubbard. Welcome, everybody. John Beverly back in studio this afternoon as our studio engineer. And if you would have told me that earlier this morning that this game would have been played with no snow on the field, I would have probably laughed at you. But hard work by the coaching staff of the Indians, able to get all the snow off of the field, get the field prepared. Just a couple little damp spots around home plate and around the dirt patches for the bases, but other than that, it's in pretty good condition. Fairly warm temperature, warmer than it was last week at least anyway, and the wind blowing a little bit gentle, maybe about 15 to 20 miles an hour from the left field corner out toward right center field here this afternoon. So the Indians 7-2-1 take on the Shelley Russets at 2-7-1. Preston, these two teams actually have met one time earlier this year, a game up in Shelley that the Indians won by the final score of 13-2. This is kind of an interesting day as far as baseball history is concerned. This is, of course, the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier for the Brooklyn Dodgers and playing in that first game like he did 75 years ago today. As kind of some interesting thoughts as far as that goes. And even walked into the clubhouse today and asked the Preston players if they realized the significance of what they were doing today. And only one player actually knew exactly what this day meant. Won't identify him by name because I don't want to call out the rest of the players, but only one person really understood and had an idea of what this day meant as far as baseball history is concerned. But, you know, I admonish them to kind of go home and check out Google, look to see what Jackie Robinson had gone through as before he made his major league debut, and even after he made his major league debut as well on this day, as we remember Jackie Robinson. So for the pitching matchup for today, it'll be Chase Oxborough on the mound, who last time out worked a 7-inning shutout against the Marsh Valley Eagles here, a week ago Saturday. Allowed just 5 hits and struck out a dozen, as he'll go up against Nate Ball here this afternoon. Nate, who I'm told is the number one pitcher for the Russets, as he comes into the game here today with a no record in 4 appearances so far on the season for Nate Ball. So it's Ball against Oxborough, the Indians, and the Shelley Russets coming up here in just a couple of minutes. We'll take a timeout. Opening lineups and the first pitch from today's game coming up right after this.
KACA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
Let's go, batter up. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home run, but even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today.
Today's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care. When you have an occasion when you need a professional to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. Motor Jungle, looking for a used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. This game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game, in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, is strictly prohibited. Well, welcome once again to Tony Hansen Field as this afternoon the Preston Indians take on the Shelley Russets in a single game. As we welcome you in, I'm Dan Hubbard, John Beverly back in the studio here in Preston as the Indians take on the Russets here this afternoon. Let's give you the lineups for both teams. First for the Shelley Russets, it's Braden Fielding to lead off. He's in right field. CJ Fielding will be the designated hitter. He'll bat second. Jarrett Leal is the shortstop, hitting in the third spot. Caden Kidman will bat fourth for the Russets, and he's in center field. Peyton Maynard is the first baseman. He'll hit fifth. Jackson Boyington is the third baseman. He hits in the sixth spot. Carter Osterman will bat fourth. Will bat seventh, I should say, and play at second base. Dalen Bean is the left fielder, batting eighth, and Stockton Paulson the catcher, and he'll hit in the number 9 spot. As we look around out on the field, I was told they were going to make a change to the Preston lineup, and it looks like that they have. As we'll give you the lineup, and then we'll tell you what the change is, as it is Ian Hammonds is going to start the game at third base today for the Indians, and Burbank will go over and play at shortstop. We'll tell you why that becomes necessary here as we go along, as Chase Oxborough will continue to go through his his warm-up tosses here to get ready for this afternoon's game. Nate Ball, by the way, is the starting pitcher today for the Shelley Russets. The Preston lineup: Carson Chugg, leads off. He's in right field. Ashton Madsen is the second baseman. Check that, is the catcher, I should say, and he bats in the number 2 spot. Devon England will be the designated hitter today, and he'll hit third. Chase Oxborough hits fourth. He's the pitcher. Damon Wynn is the center fielder, and he'll hit fifth. Seth Burbank moves over to play at second base now, as he'll hit sixth. Austin Glead, the shortstop, bats seventh. Trevor Gregory, the first baseman, bats eighth. And then Emery Thorson is in left field, and he'll bat ninth. And Ian Hammonds will be the player who the DH will bat for, and he will start at third base. So we're ready to play some baseball here today. A day with snows all over the place this morning. And right now at game time, it is 43 degrees. And the first pitch from from Chase Oxborough is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1 as we get started. Just a couple minutes shy of 4 o'clock at 3:58. Next pitch home from Oxborough, ground ball wide of third and foul, and it's 0-2. Why the change defensively? Well, they had Devon England scheduled to start at second base today, but in the game last week, Devon had hurt his shoulder and had a hard time throwing the ball. In fact, he's scheduled to see an orthopedic surgeon next week. As the pitch misses outside, it's 1-2. So rather than taking the chance of having him make the short throw from second to first as he needed to, as the next pitch to Fielding is called third strike, and there's one out here in the top of the first inning.
For the first out.
So instead of putting Devon out at second base and risking at all any further injury to his shoulder, they instead will let him be the designated hitter. They put in Ian Hammonds at third and move Burbank over to second. And the first pitch here to C.J. Fielding is hit foul, and it's 0-1. C.J. is the designated hitter today for the Shelley Russets. He comes into the game hitting .333 on the year, no home runs, and 4 RBIs on the season. As Oxborough rocks and comes home, and the next pitch is looked at, and it's a called strike, and it's 0-2. C.J. comes in, and he may be the hottest bat on the team right now for the Russets. He's hit safely in 3 of the last 5 games overall. Oxborough winds again in the 0-2 pitch. Misses inside, 1-2. Oxborough, of course, coming off a masterful performance against Marsh Valley here a week ago. On that Saturday, the next pitch swung on and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts by Oxborough to open up the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up Jarrett Leal. In that game against Marsh Valley,
Leal, the batter.
Ox twirled a complete game, 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs. He walked only 1 and struck out 12 in that game. Here's Leal, and the first pitch is rolled foul, and it's 0-1. Today's game brought to you in part by Stokes Market True Value. From produce to hand tools, fresh meats to smokers, plus fresh bakery and deli items, and now fresh sushi made daily as well. It's Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street here in Preston. Ox with a new ball, rocks and comes home. The 0-1 misses down low, a ball and a strike. But for Shelley, it's been a rough start to the season. Having won just 2 of their first 10, as the next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Having just won 2 out of their first 10, and that is never a good way to start. Preston, of course, exactly the opposite. They are 7-2-1 overall on the year. The 1-2 pitch is a bit high, runs the count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, Tony Hansen Field, 340 down the lines, 365 to the power alleys, and 390 to straightaway center field. The 2-2 pitch. Half swing, does he go? No, says the plate umpire, and the count runs full, now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the first with 2 outs, and Oxborough trying to punch the side out in order. The 3-2 pitch is up high, ball 4.
Jarrett Leal reaches on.
So Leal draws a walk.
Balls.
First base runner in the
Coming
game.
to the plate is the number 4 hitter.
And that'll bring up Caden Kidman, the center fielder. Kidman, who's hitting .316, no home runs. He's driven in 5. And he's hit safely in 2 of the last 3 games overall here for Shelley. Hitting from the right side, Oxborough, the left-hander, comes home, and the first pitch swung on and missed. In talking to Kenny England, the head coach for the Indians, about Oxborough's performance last Saturday, he said he was simply masterful with all of his different pitches. Ox ready again, comes home. That pitch bounces up there as Madsen able to knock it down, but it bounces behind him, and it's going to allow Leal to go to second base. So wild pitch will allow Leal to go to second. As 1 ball, 1 strike count on Kidman. That game last Saturday, Devon England caught that game for Oxborough, and Kenny, his father, didn't need to call the pitches. He let Devon call the entire game from behind home plate as the pitch swung on and missed, and it goes to 1-2. And as Kenny told me, it didn't matter what signal Devon put down, Oxborough was going to find the glove, as the next pitch is a breaking ball, called third strike, and the side is out here in the top of the first inning. 3 strikeouts for Oxborough plus a walk, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's the Shelley Russets nothing, and the Preston Indians coming to bat.
KACH.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we go to the bottom of the first inning as Chase Oxborough punches out 3 in the top of the first. Now the Indians come up for the first time here this afternoon, as they will face Nate Ball, the left-hander. So we have another battle of left-handers here this afternoon. And for Ball, making his 11th appearance on the year, as he gets the start here today. Check that. It's just his 5th, I should say. No record, a 6.7 ERA.
The Preston Indians, number 7, Carson
Chug leads off here for the Indians. Chug hitting .375, no home runs, 8 RBIs on the year. And for the right fielder, hitting from the right side, comes to the plate, having hit safely in each of the last 2 games for the Indians. So the left-hander Ball peeks over the top of the glove. He'll rock and come home, and the first pitch to Chug is swung on and missed. You know, this morning, looking at all the snow and everything that had fallen around here, I could see this game being much like the games they played here last week, where it was just frigid temperatures. As Chug hits one to left, and he hits it over the left fielder's head and out to the wall in left center field. And Chug starts out the game with a stand-up double. So Chug doubles to open up the ball game. And now here comes Ashton Madsen.
Ashton Madsen.
Madsen, who had a little 2-game hitting streak snapped in the last game the Indians played, hitting .324 as he comes up there from the left side here. There's a lefty-lefty matchup against Ball, and the first pitch is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Thank you, guys, as they bring us up a bag of popcorn. So here's Madsen. 1 ball and no strikes on Ashton on the breaking pitch from Ball. Ball ready again, comes home again. Swung on to hit foul off the third base side. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. But just the idea that this game was going to had the possibility of being cold and frigid with all the snows this morning just got me to thinking. And, of course, when you start thinking about foul weather and cold temperatures, as the 1-1 pitch is rolled toward the right side and into right field for a base hit, as Osterman broke toward the bag, and instead it was back toward first base, and it's going to go as an RBI single for Madsen, and it's 1-0 Indians. So Madsen drives in his 13th run of the year with an RBI single, and the Indians break on top 1-0. Back-to-back hits here for the Indians, and now here's the designated hitter, Devon England. So anyway, thinking of cold temperatures and what they could possibly be, and of course, the first thing that pops into your head, or at least into mine, is that great statement by Mark Twain about how the coldest winter he had ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. And certainly, this has been a colder winter than I have experienced in the 3.5 years that I have been in Idaho and in northern Utah. As again, the pitch hit foul, and it's 0-2 on England. Devon, the highest batting average on the team, hitting .613, had the inside the park home run here in the last game the Indians have played, and he's driven in a total of 21 on the year. As Ball bluffs the throw over to first base, and Madsen very calmly just steps back on the bag. Kidman, the center fielder, a couple of steps into left center field, and that pitch is high, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. England, this being the 11th game for the Indians this year, he's hit safely in 9 of the 10 games played so far. Now they're going to go to first base, and Madsen back in on his hands and knees.
Devon England is the batter.
As the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. But Devon, his dad told me that he actually had dislocated that shoulder diving back into the bag in that last game. And that was the reason why, not wanting to prolong or cause any further injury to that shoulder before he sees the orthopedist next week. Ball and 2 strikes here on England. Madsen away from first. Ball comes set, looks over at him, and comes home to England. And the pitch in the dirt. Nice save there by Paulson. Knock it down and keep it out in front of home plate. And it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Ball coming into the game here today, he's had worked in 15 2/3 innings on the year. Ready again, comes home. The 2-2 offering misses outside. Snap throw back to first, and Madsen back in there as the first baseman Maynard not able to control the throw. Balls had allowed 16 hits, 22 runs in total. Only 15 of those earned, however. 3-2 count here on England. Let's keep an eye on Madsen. He's not going, and the pitch is hit in the air to right field. Back on the ball goes fielding. That's going to be over his head, and that's going to go all the way to the fence. Madsen will go to second. Now he's going to turn home third, head to the plate, and the throw gets away at home, and that's going to allow England to truck into third base as well.
Safely, and England goes to third.
Double for England, drives in a run, goes to third on the throw to the plate as Madsen running hard all the way from first base, able to come home, and it's 2-0 Indians. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. And now here is Chase Oxborough, the pitcher. Of course, it's not anything like the start that they had to the game here recently, where they sent 17 men to the plate in the first inning, and 12 of them came home to score. As that pitch over for a strike, as the first pitch to Oxborough is taken on the outside edge, and it's 0-1. England walking down the line in foul territory. Now comes the next pitch, comes home again to Chase. That misses outside. And it's 1-1 strike. 2-0 Preston here in the bottom of the first inning. As now Kidman will move back over to the other side. Now he's probably a half dozen steps over into right center field. The 1-1 is pulled on the ground to the right side. That'll get the run in. And then it squirts between the legs of Osterman, and Oxborough will reach on the air.
Oxborough reaches on an air.
England comes home to make it 3-0. Still nobody out here in the first inning. And now here's the number 5 hitter, Damon Wynn.
Damon Wynn, the batter.
Damon has really started to come on of late here for the Indians. He takes that first pitch high, ball 1. Hitting at .429, no home runs. He's driven in a total of 8 on the year. But in his last 20 at-bats, he's hitting an even .500. As that ball is hit toward the gap in right center field. Coming over is the right fielder, and that fielding, and that one goes over his head and rolls out to the 365 mark. Oxborough will go chugging into third base as he had Wynn, who runs like the wind, had to wait for Oxborough to get around the bag at second base. Otherwise, he could have gone farther. So it's a double for Wynn. Oxborough goes to third. Runners at second and third.
The batter.
And now here's Seth Burbank, who's now originally slated to play at third this afternoon and now finds himself at second base after the changes instituted by Kenny England. And that change came late. In fact, he told me that he wasn't going to make the change. The umpires were late getting here. That he wasn't going to make the change until they exchanged lineup cards. As Paulson goes out to the mound to go out and talk to Ball, and the coaching staff kind of comes out and yelling back out toward the mound to make sure the Ball is okay. As Burbank will wait at home plate while they hold a little meeting at home plate with the catcher. Today's game brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering more options for all of your insurance coverage needs. Stop by and see them at 85 South State Street in Preston, where you can come in and get your competitive quote today, or just give them a call at 852-2500. That's 852-2500. As still waiting at home plate is Burbank, and the first baseman has walked off the field here for a moment as they're kind of looking at him over at the first base dugout. That's the reason for the delay here at the moment, as the catcher stays out there talking to Nate Ball, as Kenny England comes down to speak with a home plate umpire here for a minute. As that continues, we can remind you that Preston will have another game coming up tomorrow, as they will be at Marsh Valley tomorrow. That game 11 a.m. We will have no radio or internet coverage for that game, unfortunately, as I have other radio station duties to fulfill and will be unable to travel to Marsh Valley to do the game. So the first baseman Maynard back onto the field. So we're ready to go back to work here as Burbank steps in. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. 3-0 Indians already here in the bottom of the first inning. And the first pitch to Burbank is rolled back up the middle. That's into center field. Oxborough scores. Here comes Wynn home to score. And it's 5-0 Indians. As Burbank singles in a pair. And Preston off to a big start here in the bottom of the first inning. So here's the sixth man to hit in the inning. That's Austin Glead, the shortstop.
Austin Glead, the batter.
Glead hitting at .471 as I have a dog going crazy down here just below the press box. Love it when people bring their pets to the games. First pitch misses to Glead, and it's 1 ball with no strikes. The 0-1 pitch hit on the ground toward the shortstop. He'll feed second for 1. The return throw not in time, and the throw gets away, and that's going to allow Glead to go to second base. So Glead reaches on the fielder's choice. Burbank out 6-4 on the force play. That's just the first out of the inning.
Burbank's out at second on the fielder's choice.
And that brings up Trevor Gregory.
First.
Gregory, the big guy in the lineup, got off to a terribly slow start for the season, but has kind of started to right that ship now as he's hit safely in each of the last 4 games. And starts play here this afternoon, hitting at .296. First pitch on the inside half for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Gregory hitting .296, no home runs, but he's driven in 7 on the year. Next pitch to Gregory, popped up into short left center field. Bean, the left fielder, coming over, able to put the squeeze on it for the second out as Glead will stay at second base.
That's
now there's 2 outs.
Dylan Bean for the second out.
So with 2 outs now, here is Emery Thorson.
Emery Thorson now the batter.
Thorson, kind of the same story as Gregory, got off to a very slow start in the first 4 or 5 games of the year, but starts play here this afternoon, having hit safely in each of the last 5 games for Preston. Breaking ball, swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. So Emery hitting .379. Had 2 hits in the game here the other day as the next pitch hit foul, and it's now 0-2. Having hit in 5 straight, Emery's also driven in 9 so far on the year. So no balls and 2 strikes. Ball ready again. The left-hander looks back at second base, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded foul outside of third.
Count holds 0-2.
As it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2, ball with a new baseball. Lefty sets at the letters, looks back behind him again. The 0-2 pitch is hit foul off the umpire's mask and goes back to the screen and stays now at no balls and 2 strikes. Five runs on 5 hits here in the bottom of the first inning for the Indians. The 0-2 popped up. This will make it out of play.
That's out of play.
As Boyington comes over to have a look. That lands on the roof of the Indian press box, clubhouse, I should say, just off the third base side, and it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 on Thorson with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way again to Emery. Hit right back by the mound, backhanded by Osterman near the bag, throws, and he'll get
Nice
Thorson.
pickup by the second
Yeah,
baseman.
the nice pick by Maynard over at first base to get it up out of the dirt. And the first inning comes to an end here for the Indians in the bottom of the first inning. They score
So after
5
a 4-3
times on
shutout,
5 hits.
the
There was
third
an
out
error,
and retire
and
the
they leave
side.
one as well, as we'll go
Indians
to the
scored
second.
5 runs.
After an inning here this afternoon, it's the Indians 5 and the Russets
On
nothing.
5 hits.
KACH.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street in Preston.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
Well, we go to the second inning, 5-0, Preston on top. Oxborough ready to go to work and comes back in the first pitch here to Peyton Maynard is hit foul off the right field side, and it's 0-1. Oxborough struck out 3 in the first inning, allowed a walk, and it was the only base runner given up in the first inning by the big left-hander. As Ox peeks over the top of the glove, Roxon comes home with the 0-1. Rolled foul at home plate, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. For Oxborough, with a 2-0 record on the year and an ERA of about 1.5 as the next pitch is swung on and missed.
Maynard goes down on strikes.
That's 4 strikeouts for Oxborough already here in the ball game. And that brings up Jackson Boyington, the third baseman, Byington rather, the third baseman.
Jackson Byington.
Byington, who's hitless in each of the last 3 games for the Russets. Comes into the game today hitting just 160 on the season. The breaking pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. So this is the 5th start of the year for Chase Oxborough. Next pitch rolled foul at home plate, actually hits Byington while he's still standing in the box. Oxborough, who up until today's game had worked in 14 innings coming into the game and allowed 3 runs, all earned on 9 hits, had walked 3 and struck out 21, as that pitch is just outside. Boy, Madsen came up wanting to throw that ball down to third base. He thought it was a strike, but the home plate umpire said no. So here now the 1-2. Breaking ball, that one is swung on and missed. And that's the second strikeout of the inning and 5th of the game already for Chase Oxborough.
Now batting is the second baseman, Carter Osterman.
So this in his 16th inning of work this year, and with the 4 strikeouts that he has today, check that, make it 5 strikeouts that he has today. He has struck out a total of 26 on the year. So here's Osterman. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. That last start that Oxborough made against Marsh Valley, he had a devastating curveball that day, and he could throw it in any count, much like today so far. As the other pitch is again on the corner, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Osterman, who's hit safely in 2 of the last 4, up there. Now the 0-2 pitch, hit foul, and it stays at 0-2.
Count holds 0-2.
Osterman, who's hitting .333. Not quite the highest average in the starting lineup today. The 0-2 pitch rolled foul. So he stays alive, no balls and 2 strikes. Center fielder Wynn for the Indians customarily plays shallow, and he's doing it again. The 0-2 pitch on the way. That's lined into left field for a base hit.
Single to right.
So Carter Osterman collects the first hit of the game here for Shelley. A solid single.
Single for Osterman. Now coming to the plate.
And
left fielder Dalen.
That brings up the number 8 hitter, Dalen Bean, the left fielder. If there's a guy in the lineup who has struggled this year for Shelley, it's Bean. Hitless in his last 2 games and in 6 of the last 7 overall, and the first pitch swung on and missed. There's that curveball that seemed to just fall right off the table that Bean could not adjust to. So Bean comes in with one of those batting averages you see in a bingo parlor, as he comes in hitting .083 on the year, and the next pitch, again, the breaking pitch, is over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Oxborough comes home. The 0-2 pitch hit in the air to center field. Wynn playing shallow. He's got to go back. Takes about a half dozen steps back, turns and makes the play. And that is out number 3. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left. We're done with an inning and a half as we go to the bottom of the second. It's Preston 5 and Shelley, nothing.
KACH.
The savings continue this month at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Save $24 on 8 Autolite XP spark plugs after mail-in rebate. You can save 25% when you mix or match 2 or more select Valvoline products. And make your car shine this spring when you buy one, get one 50% off on select appearance products. Stop by and save today at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street. Prices are good through May 25th. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street in downtown Preston.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, as we go here to the bottom of the second inning, Preston with a 5-0 lead. And they'll start from the top of the order after sending 9 men to the plate in the bottom of the first inning here today. So it'll be Chug, Matson, and Inglet due up for the Indians. Preston, who's coming off the big doubleheader sweep from earlier in the week against Century. Games that they won by the final scores of 12-2. And then the game that finished at 22-4. So Preston, who has scored in double figures now in 4 of the last 5, check that, 5 of the last 6 games, I should say. And halfway there already after the bottom of the first inning as they lead 5-0, as we have a pitching change here for the Russets as they will go to the bullpen. They bring a right-hander in here to pitch, and let's quick check as Carter Osterman, who was the second baseman, is now going to pitch. Caden Kidman moves over to play at second base as he comes in from center field. As the first pitch here to Chug is hit foul, and it's 0-1.
Osterman now on the mound for the Russets.
So Osterman comes in to pitch, replacing Nate Ball, who I was told is their number 1 guy on the staff, as that pitch misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. He goes 1 inning today, gives up a total of 5 hits, 5 runs, all earned. As the next pitch to Chug, again, pop foul along the right field line. That, too, is going to land untouched. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. He did not walk anybody, nor did he strike out anybody, did Ball, in that one inning of work that he had here this afternoon. And the 1-2 pitch to Chug, half swing. They tag him, and the home plate umpire asks, no swing, says the base umpire, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch from Osterman. Breaking ball's a dandy, and it's on the outside corner for a called strike.
Strikes for out number 1.
That's the first Indian to go down on strikes here today. And with 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning, that brings up Ashton Madsen.
Ashton Madsen.
Madsen with an RBI single in his first at-bat here this afternoon. As the first pitch, big breaking ball stays outside, and it's 0-1. Fielding, the right fielder, playing way over into the right field corner area, as that leaves a gaping hole in right center field. And if Madsen can pull one out that way, he can run from today until sometime next week. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering now from Osterman. Breaking pitch on the inside half. Called strike, and it's 2-2. Looked a little inside from up here, but home plate umpire said it was good. Now the 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts by Osterman.
That's 2 outs for the Indians.
And 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting number 30, Devon
And now here's
England.
Devon England, who doubled and scored a run back in the first inning. Osterman trying to restore some order here and comes home with the first pitch that misses inside, ball 1. Today's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Whatever you need for your car to keep it running strong, stop by where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street in Preston. As
single to left.
The hottest hitter on the team is Devon England, and rolls the ball into left field for a base hit. And he has yet another multi-hit game.
Chase Oxborough.
So with 2 hits today, here comes Chase Oxborough, who reached on an error his first time up. Hit a little ground ball toward the second baseman, who at the time was Osterman, and had that ball just kind of roll between his legs. As the first pitch to Chase misses down and away, ball 1, as Shelley kind of boxes it around a little bit in the infield, but no advancement from first base by England. So 2 strikeouts and a single here in the inning for the Indians. And the next pitch home is hammered towards center field. Like Kidman coming over. He's not going to get it. In fact, he has to chase it all the way to the fence. Here comes England. He'll come around the score. It's an RBI double for Oxborough, and it's 6-0. Now they throw the ball away as the guys get back into the infield. And they throw back to try to get to Oxborough, and he's safe at third.
Oxborough goes to third on the overthrow.
So a double for Oxborough off the center field fence. Then they throw the ball around the infield a little bit to get it back in. And it'll be another error charged against
33, Damon Wynn.
Charged against Shelley. That's their second error of the game. And Preston, with back-to-back hits, now leads 6-0.
1-3 put out to Wynn for the third out.
As Wynn apparently hit by a pitch and heads down to first base.
Reaches on a hit by pitch.
So Wynn hit on the first pitch. Oxborough still stands at third. Now here's Burbank, first ball swinging, hits in the air to right field. And the right fielder fielding again has it go over his head. Oxborough will score. They throw in, and they get the out at second base on Burbank, trying to extend as he is out 1-6, but it's still an RBI hit for Burbank, a single, and he's out trying to stretch. Out 9-6 for the third out of the inning. But Preston gets a total of 2 runs in the inning. And now as we go to the third, after 2 complete, It's 7-0 Indians. We'll be right back.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Find out the latest on livestock trends and ag information with Rick Haynes. It's Haynes at the Range, Saturday mornings at 10 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
7-0 Indians as we go to the third. Oxborough cruising along with 5 strikeouts so far already in the game. Has allowed just 1 hit, but stranded that man out on the bases. And here in the third inning, the Russets will start from the bottom of the order. Stockton Paulson, been back to the top of the order, Braden Fielding, and then CJ Fielding. So again, Preston in action tomorrow over at Marsh Valley. 11 a.m. start time as they'll get in an early game on Easter weekend. And by the way, as we get started here in the top of the third inning and the first pitch swung on and missed, I want to wish everyone a happy Easter and, of course, a very happy and safe Good Friday to you as well. So the count 0-1, and that keeps a string going here for Oxborough as the next pitch misses down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Through the first 9 hitters of the game, Oxborough has thrown a first pitch strike to each of the 9 hitters. Here's the 1-1. That's lined into right field. That'll be a base hit. Second hit of the game
for a single
for the Russets. Now back to the top of the order. And Braden Fielding, who's 0 for 1, took a called third strike on his first time up here today.
Braden Fielding now batting.
If you ask pitchers, or at least pitching coaches, what is the most important pitch to throw, they're not going to tell you a good fastball. They're not going to tell you a hard-breaking curveball. They're going to tell you the most important pitch you can throw is strike 1. As the first pitch is lined by drawn in Hammonds at third base, as stopping at second base is Paulson, as the single in the left field on back-to-back pitches. So there's the first time tonight or today that Shelley did not fall behind in the count 0-1.
First and second.
But they stay aggressive swinging team. And now here is C.J. Fielding with 2 on and nobody out as the first baseman Gregory comes up in front of the bag looking for a potential bunt here to try to move the runners along. First pitch, he shows bunt and leaves it in the catcher's glove, and it's 0-1. Hammond over at third base, playing about even with the bag with a force play possible over there at third. And Gregory right up on the cut of the grass over at first. 2 on, nobody out. Top of the third inning, 7-0 Indians. Here's the 0-1. Full swing this time is rolled foul. Now he's behind in the count, 0-2. So not a bad guy to have up there swinging the bat right now. And by the way, that single by Braden Fielding is his first hit in the last 2 games. Make it 3 games counting today. 0-2 pitch from Oxborough. Swung on and missed. As the ball dropped at home plate by Madsen, but first base is occupied, so there's no need to record the out there. That's the first out of the inning, and strikeout number 6 in the game here for Chase Oxborough. And with one out, that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Jarrett Leal. Jarrett with a couple of hits in the last game, walked his first time up here today. And with those 2 hits that he had in the last game for the Russets, it snapped a hitless streak that he had going as he swings and misses at the first pitch here against Oxborough, and it's 0-1. He snapped a 3-game hitless streak that he had, but he still comes in hitting .345 on the year, which is the highest batting average in the starting lineup today for the Russets. As that pitch is down low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Indians outfield straight away. Runners at first and second and 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Again, the next pitch home. On the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 1-2. The Indians have not recorded an out in the field yet today. Next pitch, again, swung on and missed. And again, first base occupied, so no reason to throw the ball down. And that's strikeout number 7.
Caden Kidman, now the batter.
So here's Caden Kidman. I take that back. They did record 1 out in the outfield, a fly out to center. So 7 of the 8 outs in the game have been strikeouts by Oxborough. As the first pitch to Kidman, who's now the pitcher in the game, is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Ox ready again, looks back at second base, and again comes home, and again the pitch chased in the dirt, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So he may have allowed a hit on a first pitch to C.J. Fleming here in the inning, or Fielding rather. But he's come right back, and the next 2 hitters has jumped out of them in front of them 0-1. Here's the 0-2 offering. Missed outside. Tried to get him to chase one, and he wouldn't do it. So it missed well outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kidman. Now the 1-2 offering comes back with that curveball again. Just does get enough of it to roll it foul over by the third base dugout, and it stays at 1-2. Clouds have continued to move on. The forecast said there would be peaks of sunshine in the afternoon. That's pretty much what we're getting. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 8 in the game. And after giving up back-to-back singles to open the inning, Oxborough strikes out the next 3. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left, as Shelley has left 4 through the first 3 innings of the game. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. 7-0 Indians. We'll be right back.
KACA.
Used vehicles retain their value longer than new vehicles do. That's a fact. So when you're shopping for a vehicle, don't forget to look at the pre-owned vehicles you'll find at Motor Jungle in Preston. When you see a vehicle on sale at Motor Jungle, you know that Motor Jungle's top-notch mechanics have gone through it with a fine-tooth comb. You'll know it's as mechanically sound as it can be. So stop by and find your next vehicle at Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street.
The difference between great taste and tastes great. Here's an example. When you shop at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, it shows that you have great taste. The items that you get at Stokes Market taste great. Whether it's from their fresh produce department, the meat department, the deli, or the dairy, you'll find it tastes great when you show your great taste. As you shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
The latest information from around the country and around the world. News headlines from ABC News at the top of each hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH,
So it stays 7-0 Indians as Shelley threatens but does not score in the top of the third inning. So here we go to the bottom of the third, and the Indians will start from the bottom of third of the order. Austin Glead, Trevor Gregory, and Emery Thorson, who stay out there against Carter Osterman. He heads into his second inning of relief work here this afternoon. If you missed the pregame show today, we told a little story about what today is and the significance of what it means in baseball, as today is the 75-year anniversary of Jackie Robinson's breaking the color barrier and starting a game for the Brooklyn Dodgers on this date 75 years ago. And, of course, all of baseball remembers Jackie, as everyone will wear his number 42 in their games today, as the pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. While it might drive broadcasters and official scores crazy trying to figure out who's who at some point, still, it's a great way to celebrate and remember Jackie as the pitch swung on and missed at home plate, and it's 0-2 here on Glead. It's a great way to remember Jackie and what he did 75 years ago today. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, misses in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Glead. Austin reached on a fielder's choice his first time up here this afternoon. As that pitch is hit on the ground out to the shortstop. Backhanded there by Leal. He'll straighten and throw across for the first out.
Shortstop
so 1 out.
For the first out.
And now here's Trevor Gregory, who flew out to center. He's 0 for 1 in the game.
Trevor Gregory, the batter.
The first ever Jackie Robinson Day was celebrated back in the 2004 season, as the first pitch to Gregory's up high, ball 1. Osterman likes to drop down and throw that little sidearm, little submarine pitch as Gregory lines one to right field. Coming up to make the catch is the right fielder. That is a ball now out in right field. The starting pitcher moves out to play in right, makes the catch on that ball, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Now here's Emery Thorson.
Emery Thorson, the batter.
This year, players, teams across Major League Baseball all took time on social media to reflect on what Jackie meant to them and the advancement of baseball for breaking the color barrier 75 years ago. Here's Thorson, 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up to end the first inning here this afternoon. As that ball's rolled foul.
Just foul.
And it's 2-1. Some of the messages that were sent out, Major League Baseball Players Association shared a message that said the Players Union joined today in honor of Jackie Robinson, the multi-sport star, trailblazer, and American icon. As the breaking pitch misses inside again, and it's 3 balls and a strike. The tweet sent out by the Players Association went on to say that Jackie's legacy, next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Jackie's legacy and bringing about real change. We recommit ourselves for the quest and inequality in baseball, as the 3-2 pitch to Thorson misses down low, ball 4. So Preston's had at least one man on now in each inning. That's the first walk given up to any Preston hitter on the day. They also have had a batter hit by a pitch. So we go back to the top of the order now. And Carson Chug, who doubled and struck out, and hits this pitch, the first pitch into the gap in right center field. Thorson chugging around second, headed to third, and they'll hold him there on the double by Carson Chug, his second double of the game.
That'll put runners on second and third.
So Thorson goes all the way to third, and he's there now with 2 outs. And now here's Ashton Madsen, who had an RBI single and has also struck out in the game. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors in Preston and Logan. If you're looking for a car or truck for that college or high school student, check out West Motors and save today. West Motors in Preston and in Logan. First ball swinging as Madsen hits in the air, foul ground, third base side. Coming down is the third baseman Boyington to make the play right in front of the Preston dugout, and the inning is over. Preston gets no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2 in the inning. We'll go to the 4th, done with 3. It's Preston 7 and Shelley nothing.
KACA.
When you're on the hunt for your next vehicle, you would be wise to hunt the lot at West Motor Ford in Preston. If you don't find the new or pre-owned vehicle that you're looking for, they will help you search the country high and low for the exact vehicle for you. At West Motor Ford in Preston, they also buy good used vehicles. You need cash now? Bring a good used vehicle to West Motor Ford and they'll write you a check. West Motor Ford in Preston.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments. Day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The Job Stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
As we go to the 4th inning, boy, what happened to the gloomy day we've had all day? All of a sudden the sun's out. See the snow off in the distance on the mountains. And all of a sudden it becomes a fairly nice day. Well, no wind blowing, just the Old Glory just barely just moving around in the breeze out in left field. So we'll go to the 4th inning. Peyton Maynard, Jackson Boyington, and Carter Osterman due up here in the top of inning number 4 as Chase Oxborough continues to go through his warm-up tosses. Has had to wait as Ashton Madsen was out on the base paths, and so he had to have time to have put his gear on. Now we're finally ready to go to work here in the top of inning number 4. So here's Peyton Maynard, a strikeout victim his first time up, just like just about everybody has been, as Ox has struck out 8 of the first 9 outs in the game today for the Indians. So here's Maynard, the first baseman, hitting .346 at the start of play today. Has 5 hits in his last 6 at-bats coming into this game. And swings and misses, and it's 0-1. For Oxborough, who's just a junior, the 0-1 pitch. That's thumbed in toward right center field, and that's going to bounce in front of the right fielder, Chug, as leadoff man aboard for the first time in the game here in inning for the Russets, as Maynard extends his hitting streak out to 3 straight games now with a leadoff single. Now here is Jackson Boyington. Boyington also struck out his first time up here today. As Chase Reddy comes home in the first pitch, breaking ball swung on and hit foul over by the third base dugout, and it's 0-1. Of course, next week, the Indians have 3 games against the top team in their district. The Pocatello team, as that ball's grounded. Nice play by Gregory to get to it. Throw to first, second base in time to get the force out. Nice play by the first baseman, Gregory. Ranging far enough off the bag and able to get the 3-6 force out for the first out at second base as Boyington reaches on the fielder's choice.
Batting for Shelley, Carter, Osterman.
So the Pocatello Thunder here for a doubleheader next week, and then a single game back up at Hollowell Field as that breaking pitch for a strike to lead off the at-bat against Osterman. Of course, it remains to see if Hollowell Field and Pocatello will be ready to host games again. When Preston got about 3 inches of snow the middle of last week, Pocatello really got hit hard. I was told they had 8 or 9 inches of snow on the field at Hollowell, which is why all those games were canceled, as the throw is through to second base after the swing and a miss is not in time, and Boyington steals second base. But it's no balls and 2 strikes on Osterman. So that remains to be seen on what's going to happen with that game in Pocatello. It very well could be. They could play all 3 games here. Next pitch, breaking ball, just missed outside. Wow. Home plate umpire said that just missed the corner, and it goes to 1-2. Oxborough ready again, and now the 1-2 pitch. Again, just throws a little hard slider on the outside edge. And Osterman hits it foul down the right field line. So Ox back up on top. Preston leading 7-0. They've won 5 straight, looking to make it 6. As that pitch is outside again. 2 balls and 2 strikes now here on Carter Osterman. Glead tries to sneak in behind the runner. The next pitch is grounded to the third. Hammond stumbles, makes the play, gets to his feet, and throws him out. What a play by Hammonds.
Nice play by Hammonds.
He had to give ground to field the ball, and in doing so, he kind of stumbled over the edge of the grass, was still able to make the play, get to his feet, and threw out Osterman. Great play.
Boyington reaches third.
Boyington goes to third. Now Dalen Bean will be the hitter with 2 outs. Bean flew out to center.
Dalen Bean, the batter.
His first time up, he is also 0 for 1. First pitch to Bean. Little breaking pitch. Tried to backdoor him. Missed with it as the breaking ball just kind of rolled around the outside of the edge of the plate. Ball 1. Preston kind of brings the infield up here with 2 outs against Bean, as that pitch misses outside again. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Kind of interesting if they would bring the infield up with 2 outs, as they play kind of halfway all the way around the infield, as the next pitch misses outside again. Ball 3. And Oxborough just kind of acting like he's trying to pitch around Bean with 2 outs, and would rather work to the catcher, Stockton Paulson, who waits on deck. Now here comes the 3-0 pitch. Misses outside. He walked him on 4 pitches.
Bean reaches on a walk. Now batting Stockton Paulson, the catcher.
Second walk given up by Oxborough. Now here's Stockton Paulson, who actually singled his first time up. Part of back-to-back singles in the top of the 3rd inning by the Russets. But then Oxborough kind of righted his ship, so to speak, and came back and struck out the next 3 to get out of the inning. So here's the first pitch to Paulson. Breaking ball again, misses out, little outside and low, ball one. So Oxborough all of a sudden kind of having a hard time finding the dish. Comes right back with the 1-0. Again, misses outside. So 2 balls and no strikes. Leadoff hitter Braden Fielding waits on deck. Preston up 7-0. Ox has allowed just 3 hits. That pitch again over for a strike. 2-1. He's allowed 3 hits over the first 3 2/3 innings here this afternoon. But this is the closest that Shelley has come to scoring with a man at third base. Here's the 2-1. Again, misses outside. The runner goes. They throw through, and they steal second base, but no advancement by the runner at third. So Bean steals second. Second stolen base of the inning, and the count is, I believe, 3 balls and a strike. And the pitch home. Swung on and missed. Tried to steer one into right field, did Paulson. Came up empty for strike number 2. So here comes our Oxborough back, 3-2, missed outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks, loads the bases.
For the Russets.
So here's Shelley. They'll go back to the top of the order now, and Braden Fielding with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Fielding took a called third strike to open the ball game and then singled his last time up. It was Fielding who jumped on that first pitch and hit it inside third and out into left field, but only able to get a single with the runner in front of him. As it hits the first pitch on the ground, they'll go to second base as Glead feeds Burbank coming over, able to get the force out at second base, and the inning is over. No runs in the inning. 1 hit, a pair of walks, and the Russets leave the bases loaded here in the inning. They've actually left a total of 7 men on base through 4 innings here today. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Preston still on top, 7-0.
KACA.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH. KACH.
So Oxborough able to kind of walk the tightrope, leave the bases loaded, and it's still 7-0 Indians as we go to the work here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And another new pitcher on here for
Devon England will lead things off at the bottom of the 4th for the Indians.
For the Russets, as it'll be Jarrett Leal who will now come in and pitch, becoming the 3rd pitcher on the day used by the Russets. And I'm not sure, but I think Leal just twisted his ankle trying to warm up as he's kind of hobbling around up on the mound. The last pitch he threw didn't have very much velocity on it. So Leal's still giving on what appears to be a gimpy ankle.
5, Jarrett Leal.
As Leal peeks over, looks in the dugout, and kind of trying to get the coach's attention as one of the coaches starting to walk out toward the foul line as Leal still kind of kicking at the dirt. As see if we can watch him here. That one has a little bit more velocity on it, but that ankle still appeared to be bothering him just a little bit. But Leal, in the meantime, as he goes through his warm-up tosses, will work to Devon England, Chase Oxborough, and Damon Wynn. Today's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance, with many options to serve you, from home, health, life, and auto through Liberty Mutual Insurance Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street in Preston. You can give them a call at 852-0810. As they throw the ball through, now the infield gets together at the mound and ready to go back to work. Here's England. Devon 2 for 2, singled, doubled, and has scored twice in the game. And the first pitch here is up high, ball one. So Leal, the third pitcher, used by the Russets today, hit in the air toward right field. Coming up on the ball is the new right fielder. Not exactly sure who that is now at the moment. I know that Ball was out there, but not now. As I believe Ball is over in left field now. So here's Oxborough after the fly out, hits a ball in the air to center field. That's playable as well. Center fielder comes up, makes the catch on that one. So a couple of pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. As Oxborough flies out, now quickly with 2 outs, here's Damon Wynn. Wynn doubled, was hit by a pitch, 1 for 1 officially in the game. As Leal, along with Osterman, really come in to restore order here over the last inning and a third. First pitch hit on the ground. Right to the third baseman as Boyington plays it across in time for the out. And an inning that doesn't get much easier than that, as Leal threw about 4 pitches in the inning, and the Indians go out 1, 2, 3. So they're out in order, and we will go to the 5th. Done with 4 here from Tony Hansen Field. It's the Indians 7 and the Shelley Russets nothing.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Start your Sunday mornings with inspirational music, thoughts, and stories. It's the Sounds of Sunday. Sunday mornings, 6 a.m. to noon on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, after Chase Oxborough struggled a bit in the last inning, Kenny Inglett's going to go to the bullpen, so to speak, as he brings in a new pitcher. And the new pitcher here is Trevor Gregory, who comes into work here for the Indians as he and Oxborough just simply exchange positions. So Ox goes to first, Gregory comes in to pitch. Gregory makes his 4th appearance on the year as he comes into the game here today, having worked in just 3 1/3 innings and gave up 4 hits during that time and a couple of runs that were both earned. So we'll lead off here in the top of the 5th as it is C.J. Fielding, who's probably the happiest guy to see that Oxborough's no longer on the mound, as he had a pair of strikeouts against him as the next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Caden Kidman also hit fan twice against Oxborough, will be the 3rd man up here in the inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pushes a bunt up along the first base side. It's foul, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wait for CJ to come back to the plate. We'll tell you that today's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. You know them, you trust them, and they're here to stay. 1-2 the count on C.J. Fielding to lead off here in the fifth. Next pitch popped up behind the bag at first base, giving chase into foul ground, but it'll land untouched before Burbank can get to it, and it stays at 1-2.
Holds 1-2.
Of course, you remember that the Indians still have a game to make up against the Century Diamondbacks after the Diamondbacks lost the 2 games of the doubleheader here at Tony Hansen Field last week when they were outscored 32-4 in the 2 games. As that pitch, it just hits Fielding, a little slow breaking ball that he just kind of stuck his elbow out and it hit him as he's hit by a pitch, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Jarrett Leal, the batter.
So that'll bring up Jarrett Leal. As Leal walked and struck out. 0 for 1 officially here in the game. So the leadoff man aboard over at first base is Fielding, trailing by 7 runs. Let's see what the Shelley Mine Trust has in store here. Is a first pitch fastball in the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. So we'll keep an eye on the runner over at first Fielding to see if he might be moving here. Anyway, after losing those first 2 games, the Diamondbacks were to host the Indians. Ground ball to short. Wild hop into center field, base hit. There goes the runner with a big turn to head to third. The throw gets away and goes into the dugout.
Ball's dead. Runners at second and third.
You couldn't ask for a better double play ground ball, and the ball hit right on the edge of the grass and took a wild hop past Glead out into center field. And then the throw back into the infield kind of caught Hammonds on an in-between hop and went into the dugout, and both runners now hold on, what do we got? They call it no pitch as or they send the runner in. This is
was the runner
I think the umpires are awarding the Russets one too many bases, I believe, as the single and the throw got away and went into the dugout. The batter runner Leal ends up all the way over at third base. I think he should be at second and the runner should still be at third, but they allow Fielding to come home to make it 7-1. So here's the pitch home as Caden Kidman now at the plate. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Kidman. So the error, the throw into center field, the error goes against Wynn, although it shouldn't. But just the way it goes, as the pitch again hit foul, and it's 1-2. That's the first error of the game against the Indians. So a hit batter, Leal's single, and then an error allows the Russets to get on the board. It's 7-1 as the next pitch is lined at the shortstop. Throw back to third base, double play.
Nice double play.
So Glead able to handle the line out, and then they throw back to third base, and Leal is out 6-5 on the force on the double play. So the base is empty now and 2 outs here in the inning. And that'll bring up Peyton Maynard, the first baseman, who was singled and struck out, and takes the first pitch. Breaking ball a little high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. So a run on a hit and an error, and a hit batsman gets the Russets on the board here in the top of inning number 5. As that pitch is inside again, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Outfield straight away here against the first baseman and takes that pitch on the corner. As Gregory able to come right back with a breaking pitch and drop it on the outside edge, and it's 2-1. Still another game here today. They'll play the JV game after this one's over. That ball hit into towards center field. That's going to be in for a hit. Wynn able to get it back in. Maynard has his second hit of the game and the second hit of the inning. And with 2 outs and a man aboard, here is Jackson Boyington. 0 for 2 on the day, struck out, and also hit into a fielder's choice. So Boyington back up there, no balls, and 0 for 2 on the day. Runner at first base, we'll keep an eye on Maynard. He's running on the first pitch, and pitch hit foul in the hit and run play, and it's 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. And back to first base comes Maynard. Boyington still looking to pick up a hit. He hasn't had a hit, including in this game, in the last 4 games overall, as that pitch over for just missed outside. Looked like it was on the corner, but the on-plate umpire didn't give it to him, and it's 1-1. Preston outfield again straight away. And the 1-1 offering popped up. That's going to make the customers right back here behind home plate land untouched, and it's now 1-2. Again, we had about a 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing when the game started from the left field corner out toward right center field, but right now there is no wind whatsoever. It is dead still as Old Glory hangs straight down. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside. Matson doesn't need a hazard to throw. Maynard steals the base. He's now at second base with a 2-2 count here on Boyington at home plate. And the 2-2 offering hit foul back into the screen. So it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Preston leads 7-1. Gregory on in relief of Oxborough, who struck out 8 over his 4 innings of work, but did not give up a run. As the ball hit in the air, right field, here comes Chug up to make the catch, and the inning is over.
Hauls that in for out number 3.
So 1 run home on 2 hits plus a hit batter, and they also leave a man on base, and there was 1 Preston error here in the top of the 5th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th as Shelley gets on the board. It's now Preston 7, Shelley 1, and we'll be right back.
KACA.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500. We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, 7-1, Preston on top. As Jarrett Leal stays out on the mound for his second inning of work after retiring the Indians in order in his first inning. As the first pitch here to Seth Burbank, leading it off for Preston in the bottom of the fifth inning, is up high. The next pitch swung on and missed, and it's now 1-1. Burbank, pair of singles, driven in 3. Gives him a total of 10 RBIs now on the year. Takes that pitch up and in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. Breaking pitch again misses up and in, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Leal working very quickly, comes home. The 3-1 pitch swung on and missed. It's 3-2. So with his 2 hits today, Burbank extends his hitting streak out to 7 straight. As the 3-2 pitch is up high, ball 4. So Burbank walks, and now here's Austin Glead.
Glead now the batter.
Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North, 1st East in Preston. First pitch up and away, snap throw to first, and Burbank back on the bag in plenty of time. So 1 ball and no strikes. Glead, 0 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice and has grounded out here today. As that pitch misses outside, has shown incredible baseball savvy. And I say that because he's a very heady kid, and where you would expect that he is probably up in the upperclassman, but he's not. As he takes the pitch up high again, ball 2. Austin Glead is only a sophomore. In fact, I was told that he'll be the starting pitcher tomorrow against Marsh Valley. As the 2-1 pitch up high again, ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. So he'll get the opportunity to pitch tomorrow against a Marsh Valley team, which is very tough playing at home, as the 3-1 pitch swung on and missed, and it's now 3-2. Runner over at first. Burbank walked to lead off the inning. Back-to-back walks as Glead takes the 3-1 pitch down low.
First base on a walk.
So back-to-back walks here in the inning. And now here's Trevor Gregory, who's now the pitcher for the Indians. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and to right. Scores around the big leagues today. Got several games underway. Nationals on top of Pittsburgh in the bottom of the second inning. In Pittsburgh today, as Gregory hits that ball in the air to center. Going back on it is the center fielder. Makes the catch. Tagging and going to third is Burbank, and he'll be in there with a dive. So Gregory flies out for the 3rd time today. That's the first out as Burbank moves up to second base. Check that, to third base, I should say. Runners at first and second. And now here's Emery Thorson, who's grounded out and walked. Also, bottom of the second inning, the Marlins scored 4 runs in the bottom of the first, and they lead the Phillies 4-0 down in Miami this afternoon as that pitch rolled foul, and it's 0-1. The Yankees and the Orioles in Baltimore, no score as they play in the top of the second inning at Camden Yards. Next pitch to Thorson, again hit foul, and it's 0-2. After 1 in Toronto, the Blue Jays get a run in the first inning. They lead 1-0. Also in the bottom of the first inning in Cleveland, the interleague game today is the Giants and the Guardians scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. Off-speed pitch to Thorson is swung on and missed and strikes out. That is the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs, it's back to the top of the order.
Carson Chug now coming to the plate.
As Carson Chug will now come up. That's just the 3rd Indian batter to strike out today. So here's Chug, pair of doubles, scored a run, also struck out once. As that pitch is in the dirt, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Ready again. Here's the 1-0. Up high again, ball 2. Bottom of the first inning in Chicago. The White Sox hosting the Tampa Rays today. That game scoreless. And a few games played earlier today. Give you those finals here in just a minute. As the next pitch on the outside corner, the runner goes, and he'll steal second base without a play.
Stolen base for Glead.
So Glead takes second. Now Preston has runners at second and third and 2 outs. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Carson Chug. And the next pitch is rolled toward the shortstop. Up to get it, there is Leal. He'll throw across in time for the out. And Preston is turned aside and leave 2 men on base here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits in the inning, a pair of walks, and Preston leaves 2 more. We'll go to the 6th, done with 5. It's Preston 7 and the Shelley Russets 1.
No hits.
KACH.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select a pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
The limbic arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the limbic arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any
KACH.
Through 5 innings today, the Indians leading 7-1. As we go here to the top of inning number 6, and Trevor Gregory on in relief of Chase Oxborough will face the bottom third of the order. Carter Osterman, Dalen Bean, and then Stockton Paulson. So Gregory wraps up his warm-up tosses and will go to work here in the 6th. Here's Osterman, who singled and grounded out. He's 1 for 2. So Trevor Gregory ready to push off here into the top of the 6th.
Osterman is the batter.
Here's Osterman, who pitched a couple of innings. And first ball swinging, hits it foul off the right field line, and it's 0-1. We mentioned to you there was a couple of finals played in the big leagues today. The Mets beat the Diamondbacks in New York today. That was, in fact, it was their home opener this afternoon. They beat them by a score of 10-3. That ball lined into left field for a base hit. And then it gets away from Thorson momentarily, but not far enough for Osterman to try to advance. So leadoff single.
Leadoff single for Osterman.
And for the 3rd inning in a row. Actually, I take that back. It's the 4th inning in a row. The Shelley Russets have the leadoff man on base. So here's the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Dylan Bean, who was walked and flown out. He is 0 for 1 today as they go to first base. Back to the bag over there is Osterman. Brissett beat Davies in that game today back in New York as the Mets beat the Diamondbacks. Again, they go to first base. As, again, back to the bag, this time standing up is Osterman. Varsho with a home run for the Diamondbacks. Cano, Marte, and Lindor with home runs for the Mets. In fact, Lindor hit 2 as a pitch rolled foul at home plate, and it's 0-1. Twins picked up a win in Boston today. They beat the Red Sox. Ryan over Pavetta. Sanu for a home run for the Twins today. Davies and Verdugo went deep for the Sox. Off speed pitch, swung on and missed. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. And still a bunch of games still to come here later on tonight. No balls and 2 strikes here on Bean. And the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Chased a ball in the dirt. That's a strikeout for Bean. And that's the first out for the Indians.
Down on strikes. Out number 1.
First strikeout for Gregory here today, and the 9th batter for Shelley to go down on strikes here this afternoon. Now here's the catcher, Stockton Polson, who singled and walked. Both times got as far as second base and then was left out on the base paths both times. So the breeze starts to pick up a little bit again, blowing again from left field out toward left center. Ground ball toward first. Oxborough has to kind of battle that one with a little English on it as Polson hit it inside out up along the first base line. But he hangs with it. That's the second out of the inning as Osterman now goes to second base. So with 2 outs and a man aboard, we'll go back to the top of the order. Now here's Braden Fielding.
Number 26.
Fielding singled in the third, but he's also struck out and hit into a force play. 1 for 3 on the day. Two outs. Osterman with a walking lead. There he goes to third. The throw is out from me to you
Nice play by Madsen.
as Madsen able to gun him down trying to steal third base.
Off the runner.
Caught stealing 2-5, and Fielding will be back up there when the Russets come back up in the top of inning number 7. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Preston 7 and Shelley 1.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
One of the best changes brought on by the COVID situation is the way we buy new vehicles. At West Motors in Preston and North Logan, they have become experts in these new buying practices. They invite you to build your own vehicle. Because of part shortages, vehicle manufacturers are building pre-sold vehicles first instead of trying to refill the nation's car lots. So now people build the vehicle that is exactly what they want. What color is it? What size engine? What accessories will you include? Stop by West Motors in Preston or North Logan today and let them help you build your own vehicle. Don't settle for the best car on the lot. Build your own vehicle at
West Motor Company.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block. Weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So we move along to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 7-1, and the fourth pitcher of the game here for Shelley as Jackson Boyington comes in. He'll get an inning of work here this afternoon as the Indians will start with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters here in the lineup. Ashton Madsen, Devon England, and then Chase Oxborough due up.
5th, 6th.
As we go here to the bottom of inning number 6. Madsen singled home a run in the first inning and since then has fouled out and struck out, so he's 1 for 3. Had a little 2-game hitting streak snapped in the last game that the Indians have played, but he picks up a hit in his first at-bat here this afternoon. As the left-hander Boyington ready to go to work, Madsen squares and shows bunt. And the pitch drops on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch home, fastball misses well outside, and it's one ball and one strike. So a reminder for you again, Preston at Marsh Valley tomorrow morning at 11. We will have no radio or internet coverage for you tomorrow as that pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1-2. We also invite you to stay tuned. The postgame show coming up when this one's over. We'll tell you about the game, tell you how the runs were scored, and have our player of the game for you as Madsen hits that ball up the middle. Boy, wicked hop. Leal hangs with it and is able to throw him out. So a tough hop for Leal as ball's right around that sliding patch out around second base.
Makes the play for the Russets.
This afternoon have taken big wicked hops as with one out. Now here is Devon England, who has a pair of hits today, also has scored twice, and flew out to left, so he is 2 for 3 on the day. Pitch home. Misses outside with a breaking pitch, and it's 0-1, or 1 ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0 on the way. Again, big chopper towards short. Leal has that on a couple of hops, throws across in time. And there's 2 outs. Tell you what, after the Indians got to their 7 runs through 2 innings, the pitching staff for the Shelley Russets have certainly come in and restored order big time, as Preston has only 1 hit since the second inning. Here's Oxborough, takes that first pitch for a strike. Preston had 8 hits in the first 2 innings, and they have only 9 in the game. 0-1 the count on Chase. Boyington ready again. The right-hander comes home. Next pitch swung on and missed. Threw a good fastball down the middle and challenged Oxborough, who swang through it. Now it's 0-2. Boyington ready again. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. As tried to run one away here from Oxborough and missed outside, and it's now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball again outside, 2-2. So the Indians 3 outs away from a victory here today. And in the 7th inning, the Russets will send up the top of the order. Fielding, and Leal. 2-2 pitch. Chase again takes and runs the count full, 3-2. Oxborough 1 for 2 in the game, doubled, also reached on an error, and flew out to center. Here's the 3-2 pitch as he's taking high, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Oxborough.
Ox reaches on a ball 4.
And that'll bring up Damon Wynn.
Damon Wynn now the batter.
So here's Wynn. Damon's had another good day. Doubled in the first inning. Was hit by a pitch, grounded out. But for Damon, with that hit, he's now hit in 8 straight games and takes the first pitch down low, ball 1 ball with no strikes. Chug extended his hitting streak out to 3 games. As they go to first base and Oxborough back to the bag. Burbank, with a pair of hits today, is now hit in 7 straight. Thorson, unless something happens, they get a whole bunch of at-bats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Emery's going to see his 5-game hitting streak potentially come to an end here as the pitch down low, 2 balls and no strikes to Win. Oxborough with a lead away from first base. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Second baseman not able to make the play as Osterman has to go by him out into right field.
That one gets past the second baseman.
Oxborough goes as far as second base. Preston now with runners at first and second and 2 outs.
For the Indians.
And Seth Burbank comes up. Burbank's been on base 3 times today. It has A pair of singles. He's driven in 3 runs and walked his last time up. As he hits first ball swinging, pops it up into short right. Osterman, the second baseman, going out, makes the play, and the inning is over. So Burbank pops up. No runs in the inning for the Indians. 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left. We're done with 6. Indians are 3 outs away from a victory as we go to the 7th inning here this afternoon. Preston on top, 7-1.
KACA.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
The latest information from around the country and around the world. News headlines from ABC News at the top of each hour on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Well, here we go. Top of the 7th. First pitch here to the leadoff man is dropped into left field for a base hit.
A single for Fielding.
So it's Brandon Fielding who singles to left on the first pitch.
That'll bring up C.J. Fielding.
And that's the 5th inning in a row that the leadoff man has reached base for the Shelley Russets. And now here is C.J. Fielding with the leadoff man on. Second hit of the game for Brandon Fielding. C.J. squares to show bunt and pulls it back and then swings in self-defense and hits it foul. That breaking ball didn't really break from Gregory. It was coming right into the middle of C.J. Fielding's chest and in self-defense able to swing at it and roll it foul. Now the 0-1. Big overhand curveball stays high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Eight hits now in the game for the Russets. Again, he shows bunt. Again, bunts and leaves it in foul territory back at the screen. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on C.J. Fielding. Fielding 0 for 2 officially. Struck out twice and was hit by a pitch. Now climbs back in. Trevor Gregory in his 3rd inning of work comes home. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw through to second base, not quite in time. So it's a strikeout against C.J. Fielding. Braden Fielding swipes second base. So he's out there now with 1 out. Second strikeout for Gregory. 10th batter overall to go down on strikes here today. Now hold on, the 2 umpires want to get together here for not sure for what reason, but the base umpire called timeout and wanted to converse with the plate umpire for a moment. So it gives us a chance to remind you that today, now they're going to call the runner out at second base. For what? As the base umpire would, or I should say the third base coach and head coach would like an explanation, and comes down and does not agree with what the home plate umpire's decision was. As so it's a strikeout, and then the runner at second base called out for whatever reason, so Fielding is out. That's the second out. So all of a sudden there's 2 outs. here in the top of the 7th, and Jarrett Leal comes up representing the final hope here for the Russets to get something going here in the 9th inning, or in the 7th inning, I should say. First pitch to Leal, hit foul back into the screen. Boy, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall in that conversation at home plate. Here's the 0-1. And that hits Leal right in the middle of the back.
Leal will reach on a hit by pitch.
So the breaking ball again that doesn't really break much. As Leal hit by a pitch, and he'll head down to first base, and that'll bring up Caden Kidman. Kidman struck out twice and lined into a double play. 0 for 3 on the day. As Leal taking a moment to kind of walk around down there at first base for a second, just to kind of get his wind back in him after taking that ball in the middle of the back. Kind of force all the wind out of you. So Leal back to first base now. And now here's Kidman. Two outs, top of the 7th, 7-1 Preston on top. 1 out away from winning their 6th in a row. First pitch misses down and away, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Peyton Maynard, who's singled in each of his last 2 at-bats, waiting on deck. Right now it's up to Kidman to extend the inning to get Peyton Maynard back up to the plate. Next pitch, hit in the air, that'll go foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Today's game brought to you by Motor Jungle at 597 North State Street in Preston. Remember, they are your newest location. If you're used car shopping in the Preston area, stop by and see the folks at Motor Jungle and check out their selection at 597 State Street here in Preston. The 1-1. Ground ball back up the middle. That's handled there. They'll shovel the ball to second, and it's a 6-4 force, and the inning is over, as is the ball game, as Preston wins it by the final score of 7-1 here this afternoon. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We invite you to stay tuned. The post-game show is coming up on the way next. Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market, True Value, with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care, when you have occasion when you need a professional to look at your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle. Looking for a quality used car? Stop by and see what Motor Jungle has to offer. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents, oh honey, we can always share a little hole in the fence. It's a beautiful day for the ladies, so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today. Wow!
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for the Preston Indian postgame show. Coming up, we'll review the just completed game, name our player of the game, take a look at the scoreboard, and what's on tap for the Indians. It's all up next on the Preston Indian postgame show. Well, the Indians come out. They score 7 runs in the first 2 innings, and that's all they needed as they turn in a 7-1 victory here this afternoon over the Shelley Russets to win their 6th in a row and improve their record now to 8-2-1. Final totals for the Indians to win it: 7 runs on 10 hits. They commit 1 error and they left 8 men on base. For Shelley, a run on 8 hits. They committed 2 errors in the game and they left 10 on base. So the Indians got 7 runs on 8 hits in the first 2 innings of the game. And after that, the Shelley pitching staff really kind of took over in the game, as Preston had only 2 hits over the final 5 innings of the game. But they didn't really need them in after that, as Greg Oxborough continued to twirl good baseball, allowing only 4 hits on over 4 innings, no runs, and struck out 8 to pick up the victory here this afternoon. Trevor Gregory came in to pitch the final 3 innings and picked up a save by going 3 innings in the game today, as the Indians scored 5 runs on 5 hits in 1 inning of work against the Shelley starter Nate Ball, who takes the loss in the game. So Preston wins it by the score of 7-1. Come back, we'll have our player of the game right after this.
KACH. It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Hey, ranchers and growers, remember you can start your day with the latest information and market trends. It's the Morning Farm Block, weekday mornings at 6 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. Well, the Indians win it by the score of 7-1, and our player of the game here today will be starting in winning pitcher Chase Oxborough, who only stayed out there for 4 innings and gave up 4 hits. That was all. He walked 3 and had another great strikeout day from the mound as he struck out 8 over his 4 innings of work, and Chase over his last, 11 innings has struck out a total of 20 batters. So our player of the game is Chase Oxborough. And the player of the game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Remember, they're breaking ground on Phase 3, so now's the time to contact them about a lot or a design option that can be built for you. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. We'll come back and wrap it up, tell you what's on tap for the Indians right after this.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
KACH.
Well, as the prep work for the JV game continues out on the field, we can tell you that next up for the Indians varsity team is a meeting tomorrow morning with the Marsh Valley Eagles over at Marsh Valley. First pitch in that game tomorrow morning scheduled for 11 a.m. We will not have radio or internet coverage for you tomorrow, as I have other radio station responsibilities that I have to deal with tomorrow morning. So I will be unable to go to Marsh Valley, but hopefully the Indians will be able to come away with another victory. So the Indians have won 6 straight with their 7-1 win here this afternoon, and that'll wrap up our coverage here for today. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio engineer today has been John Beverly. I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us this afternoon as the Indians win it by the final score of 7-1. Until next time, everybody, have a great weekend. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.